What the hell? Why is this not... Dude, this is pissing me off. I don't know why this will not work. There's no way that... Like... But watch this. I bet you if I go and pull the water packers, ready? That's not possible. They don't pull... Oh my god. They don't pull that much power. What is going on? That's not possible. Why is this not working? God damn it, not that. What? That's not possible. The power should be... How is this... That grid is separated. There's no way... What? These are all connected, are they? What? Why? That's not possible. The max consumption is 300, not 7,000. Why is it showing that? Unless that's an outdated value. Oh my god. My internet is sucking. My plant is sucking. Come on. I was going so good today. Why? Stupid ass belt ruined literally everything. Literally. Watch this, ready? I bet you it's gonna fail. I bet you it's going to trip. Ready? Ready? Watch this. Right here. Here. Hold the fuse. What the f... It's like this grid is all connected, interconnected, but once it's out through these posts right here, they don't connect ever. I don't know what is going on. Like, for example, okay, let's go trip it. Let's go reactivate it. I have no idea what is going on. That I'm literally lost for words. I made sure every single switch up here. I don't know if it's saying that because, you know, it like, I don't know if it's saying that because, like, you know, that's the level, like, it's just unupdated. But I genuinely do not know. Because watch this. This is 300 megawatts, right? Oh, so now... But if I try to do... Wait, hold on, watch this. Okay. That's 900 megawatts. Why is it keep going off? I don't know, that's driving me goddamn crazy. We're producing 4,800 megawatts. I don't know how we're gonna turn this place back on. Because the power just keeps going out. I don't... It's acting like if I switch it on, it's like connected to the entire grid. That's not possible. It shouldn't consume that much power. I don't know if it's pissing me off really bad. I need to get some coal supplied here. Saw that one coming. Okay, that one's cleared out. That means it needs to go in. In that train. Screw this rubber. Actually, you go. Go. Just never mind. I'll clean it out first. Oh, good news, I can drive there. I can drive there on a train. It looks like we didn't even have any coal. We got everything out. It looks like all the coal that was delivered was removed. Yo, man, sweet fail. Thanks. The plant had an issue because it couldn't unload the rubber on the train, and then because of that it couldn't load in coal, and it basically choked it. It choked out the system. Looks like we're consuming only a little bit. It's gonna crash. No, that's not it. Oh man. I think we can actually trick it into doing our bidding here. Can we? Your power is flat, so imagine... I think I have to switch up. Did I take off the entire grid? What the hell? Is it going? It's going? I think it did. I think it's running off the battery power. If so, it's got 5 hours to read. I think we might have just gotten it. Ow. Luckily, you want to hear something really stupid? No, not me. That's a good pick, though. That I know that when I built generator number 5, or cell number 5, that this little dude was right here. 5 hours, considering that the machine, that it takes about, it takes a staggering 1 hour to fill up the reserve tanks. Yeah. It's so stupid how I know there's like a little nut right there. So I'm gonna show you something really cool, and I think you should copy me. Instead of going in and turning off your generators to let the pipe saturate, guess what? Guess what? Each one of these buildings consumes 210 turbo fuel a minute. Well, guess what? Okay, but why is there Mark IIs? Why are there Mark IIs if it consumes 210 a minute? Well, guess what? When these buffers fill up, this pipe is unloaded, putting way more turbo fuel in the pipes than it can even burn, saturating them. It actually takes about 309. It gets an extra 390 cubic meters a minute. So it fills everything up and saturates it and brings it to full power. Thank you. If I didn't do this, you'd have to switch on every generator. And there's 200 of them. And I want to keep my remaining sanity, so we're going to use the valves. Anyway, I must please the fix-it overlords. You have to understand. Okay, it's not going to be that much, but it's going to start hopefully trickling in. Oh yeah, it's faster to fill machines. Makes sense. Here's what's going to happen. The grid is dead. The grid is almost completely dead. It's only running off with CLGS, Crater Lake's generating facility. It's gonna take an hour for these to fit. 200 generators, yes. These are, I call them, the Abbott Agency's FGC 7545X2s. 7 gigawatts, 5 on the first layer, 4 on the middle layer, and 5 on the other layer. X2 meaning that there's 1, 2 rows of burners. There's 28 of them per building, and there's 7 cells. We're running off Crater Lake's generating facility. I'm gonna go look at the throughput monitoring station. Okay. Yep, that's working. I think there's too many fuel cans. Let's see. No, they're not. Nothing is overclocked here except for the oil producers. Water, fine. We're not producing a lot of canisters. What about the turbo fuel? That's weird. Wait a second. Oh shit. Wank. Pump, 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 pump. Okay. Jump, 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 jump. Okay. By the way, these are called the TDRS, Trickle Down Refinery System. It pumps all the imported material to the top and lets it trickle down. This status, these are good. This is the throughput monitoring station, and it's actually helped save me. The inputs the inputs must equal each other to stabilize. For example, we're making 60, but here's the problem: we're not using the most amount of canisters. We're producing more canisters than we consume, or producing more fuel cans than we consume. Let's go check out. It looks like we made. Let's see. How about this? 300, 300, 300, 300, 300. Throughput 1500 max, which means that again each pipe needs to have 300. So it looks like we may have a little bit of some issues regarding the fuel. What happens to the excess canisters? Well, this is a throughput. If there's any extra canisters, instead of blocking the what happens if the cans get blocked? If these cannot flow out, then the fuel refineries that use dilute fuel do not work. Then that means that the HOR blocks up. That means that the plastic does not work, which then means that the oil refineries do not work. And then the water will back up, and what will happen is that the fuel will get drained, and it'll try to pull from here, and then it'll pull from here, and it'll make an extra amount of fuel, and it will back up and clog. But anything extra that the system can't handle, it goes into here, so it regulates it. Unfortunately, it looks like we are having a mild issue. These should all say 360. So it looks, and also that these should all say like 360 as well. So this actually, instead of me having to rush all the time, I have to get on the clock. We do need to fix this. that literally right there, it buys us time in order to make fixes and repairs to the system. So it looks like we are actually not consuming as much fuel as we should be. Each line should consume 360 fuel. By the way, if you're gonna ask, this took me about 6 weeks to build. It was all naked and bare bones until yeah, the water purification is going good. Actually, I should explain. How is this working? First, oil is pumped, and I'll show you the tower. Oil is pumped to the top of number 1. Trickle down refinement system number 1. Then it becomes plastic and rubber. That plastic and rubber is removed from the system. The HOR, however, is then sent down to the bottom, where it is made into fuel. Those machines that you saw packing were packing water bottles, which combined with the HOR to make dilute fuel. So instead of taking 60 cubic meters to 40 cubic meters of HOR, I can turn 60 cubic meters of HOR into 120 fuel, tripling fuel output. We may have too much fuel. Yeah, I'm just gonna say, if you don't have it, oh my god, yeah, get dilute fuel. We have too many of these. Actually, wait a second. These are 100%, so they're doing really good draining all their fuel into there. So here, the fuel canisters that you saw in that one box, they're actually going all the way up here. This is where they end up. They are then emptied into the bottom, and they are allowed to trickle down successfully. You hear that? This isn't to shut off. That sound, I heard it. Yeah, see it? Must be generating too much fuel. I think there's too many, there might be too many packaged fuels. I'm not too sure. Checking these fuel. How far are you in the game? I go slow, by the way. These are not working. Lack of coal, or... When the power shuts off, it takes time for the oil to reach the top again, which gave a delay. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. Let's see. Are we delivering our good amount of compact coal? Let's go check the compact coal making machines, the assemblers, I believe. Well, I'd rather that be clogged. Yeah, and your compact coal fell short a bit. Everything is stabilizing. Okay, then guess what? We can prove that by simply going to the regulator, or this throughput monitoring. The only bad, I really need to put glowy pieces around my stairwells. Going into the gutworks of this is awesome. By the way, this battery. I believe a train delivering. Oh, thank gosh, we're getting another shipment. Here we come. Here we go. Whew. I hope we can last with that coal. Okay, choo-choo, motherfuckers. We need to actually get as much, coal and shit in here as possible. Go, 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 go. Waste no time. We must get every last bit of coal we can get in here. Choo-choo, mofos. Oh, good. But it just got all the coal. No, don't stand there. I might have to consider stopping the system and letting the coal back up. That might actually be a better way to do that. Maybe you are right. Might be stabilizing. Looks like this is teetering. Yes, I have a lot of them. Or I have like 20 of them. Yeah, I wonder why the fuel is not regulating. But at the same time, let's say there should be a. I wouldn't see a thing. I wouldn't see a issue with I wouldn't see an issue with the fuel immediately because of the buffers. Looks like the rubber out throughput is good. We should get a rated 600 rubber, 600 plastic. This is rubber, so 300, 300, 600. And over here, 300, 300, 600. So that's really cool. I think even though with that rate right there, it's actually normal because it's gonna go up, but then if you take the mean of the number, it's just gonna flat out to 300. It's actually really that's actually really cool because it's like a fingerprint. That's what my graph should look like. That is a fingerprint. That I don't think is what that thing should look like. That plastic side is fine, 33. I think it's starting to get too much water. I do wonder why it's not consuming as much fuel. I'm gonna go look at that again. Let's see. There must be a backup of fuel, which probably could be spawned from. The backup of fuel could be spawned from the fact that my coal input is choking a bit. Yes, I heard a train. Here comes another load of materials. You know, here's what give me a second. I think I know what the thing is. The issue is. And by the way, it was working fine, and then it like didn't work fine because I had one belt. Yeah, one 1 meter belt essentially ruined everything. Threw everything off. We may have a the lack. By the way, we have a lack of coal. We have a lost the sulfur because, well, the sulfur go a Mark 1. No, not Mark 1. A 1 meter belt, like a very tiny little tiny baby belt. Threw everything off. That goes to show the absolute potential of damage one little error can cause. Yeah, these are going at almost max efficiency. The throughput does not seem to be going up to 90 to 100%. Some of them are 100%. Maybe imagine. I will say, I wish I built my site over on the blue crater, but here's the thing: there's actually more oil over here if I get that resource well. So, I personally think that the lack of coal has something to do with it. Wait. I think it's trying to stabilize. I don't know. I think you just have to let the coal come in. I think the best way is to see if it's coming in. I don't see anything. Oh wait, I can. Let's just go outside. Okay, the coals, I think it's now starting to back up. It is now starting to back up, which is a very good sign. Yes, there we go. Let's go check the... Okay, I don't see any here. What you built by... Gosh. I'm sorry, by the way. My chat's really junky like that. Yep, okay, it's starting to... This is a giant silo, and... there's no coal right here. There is coal, it's just being supplied at a constant rate. This one seems to be running out a lot. Wait, here comes my load. Not to be taken out of context. Here it comes. Is this glitched? I've learned my lesson to not go in the area where the crates are. That's a good sign. That means it just took everything. That means it just took every last bit. By the way, Moneyman or whatever your name is, what is your progress in the game? Like, where are you at? This one right here keeps, it's not backing up enough. Oh shit, that's cool. Here it comes. I feel like the spurts of coal may be too much. Or it may not be enough. There it goes off to the refinery, by the way. There's a bean. He's chilling out on my bridge. Here comes the other one. Yeah, I was using fuel and solid biofuel. Someone's like, dude, you need to use this. And I used packaged biofuel. I'm like, okay. I use it like, holy shit. I can go a kilometer without touching the ground if I use this correctly. I will say, if I have to, there are a ton of coal veins over here I can exploit. Right there, look. Oh wait, it's not gonna make that weave yet, but it's coming. Oh damn, I see it. You can probably see it if you look hard enough. Megawatts do you have? When this facility can fire up correctly, it will actually go all the way up to 40. Like combined with the facility generators, each them that goes up to like 50 gigawatts. Get off! It just ran out of coal. No problem. And that's phase 2. But first phase had issues where it wasn't saturated and always failed, so I upgraded it. Oh, it only failed because I accidentally didn't get rid of the rubber. I need to start learning how to use signal blocks for trains. That's my biggest weakness. I'm gonna admit it. I need to use signal blocks. I don't do good at using... Your plastic and rubber are being sent to a factory? Yeah, the base, if you want me to no, 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 no. No. I don't two-step. I can actually show you. It's being sent straight to home base. Have you seen my home base? What the hell? Why is there so much rubber and plastic? That's not normal. Wait a second. I'll show you in a bit. Wait a second. Uh-oh. I don't think the, I honestly don't think the... Wait a second. Ooh. Not good. Wait a second. If the facility generator... No, that's not going. I'm about to say, there's only 4 of the generators going. That place's total plant capacity generation, it is currently at 2%. That turns on all the sinks. It wasn't sinking. That could have been catastrophic. I may have to add another train. I was doing pretty good with 3 trains. The plastic and rubber, if it's... Here's the thing, if the plastic and rubber back up, then it backs up to HOR, and it just backs up the entire facility. If that rubber is not constantly being deleted as it goes, it's gonna... It looks like this might actually kind of starting to back up. It gets sunk at the factory that I have built. How much time did you spend on this? This took me... My God, it took me like 6 weeks. I don't even want to do it again. We don't talk about how long it took. Here's a great thing to know. Build your factory, make sure it works, and then decorate. I'm having to restart this. I don't think we're keeping up with the coal. I don't think it's gonna last until, Wait, it is starting to back up. You know, let's do a race. Yeah, yeah. Come on, come on. Yes! Yes! Come on! Good boy! Come on, good boy, good train. Come on, buddy. Good boy, good boy, good boy. Yo guys, you hear I might be taking a trip to across the continent of North America? I live in Central IL. I might be going to Oregon. Oof, the deserts, the plains. You are my people. I am one with your flesh. I love being... Anyway, as I was saying. Okay, here comes the coal. Hopefully it'll satisfy the plant. We're not actually starting to run out of... Ain't nothing like sneaking onto the computer while being... Oh, I forgot. That's what's interesting. Hey, are you making compact coal into the turbo fuel? Yeah, and I'm gonna admit, this is a bad recipe. Not good. But... this plant is not even at the peak of its potential. Are you ready for this? Introducing Phase 3. Phase 3. 50 gigawatts? Try 315. 600 plastic and rubber a minute? Try 900. Plastic production and rubber production increased by 50%, and power increase sextupled. What are you wrote down the plant? What are you playing on? PlayStation. I'm a PlayStation user. Nice. You know I like a game, but I even got a whole damn whiteboard behind me. I'm actually 400 hours in-ish, but the reason I'm just so far in, but I don't feel like you may not see me look like I progressed. That's because I take a long time to play my games. I don't like speedrun, I just chill. Hey, wait. Guess what? Don't buy. Do not buy. Buy Dark Ages before the 22nd. It is literally 2/3 the price. Doom Dark Ages, if you're a PlayStation player right now and you want Doom Dark Ages, get it. Get it. Get it, get it, get it. It is 66.6% off for Doom Dark Ages. Give me a second. I'm gonna go see how much it is. I looked at it. Oh, hey, I forgot. Horizon Hunters Gathering. They're making another Horizon game. Hell yeah. Give me a second, chat. I'm gonna be back. I'm checking the price of Doom Dark Ages. It sells for $70, but right now you can get it for $23.10. Hell yeah, brother! Dude, they're selling it for keep expanding factory. Oh, this is only my power plant. My factory is probably... actually, it's probably the same size. Yep, here comes another one. Boop. I like how the train goes, boop. By the way, I may be on the spectrum. I'm not a trains autistic type of guy, but I can tell you this. Most trains are actually electric. But here's the kicker. Trains use diesel generators in order to power their electric motors. Oh damn, I think I'm gonna run out, but wait. There it goes, it's resupplying. I think we fixed it. However, here's another thing. We gotta make sure we drain. We gotta make sure we, open the valves. Oh, crap. By the way, if you guys, again, you probably guys all know this. Do you own a PC? No. But, I'm trying to become a wind turbine technician. So that way I can get one day. Okay. Okay. Okay, it's still... Actually, we can technically start the plant up right now. As long as we have two of these filled per unit, we're good. But I'd like to have them all filled up. But guys, wish me luck. Here's what could happen with me and my channel. I don't plan on, like, quitting or whatever. But I will hopefully do an interview. If I am successful in this interview... And here's what happens next. I go to Oregon for 3 weeks, and I train. So you train for 3 weeks. Lockout, tagout, fall arrest systems, high altitude rescues. You name it. A rigorous training course called TOP, Tech 1 program. And then I sign an 11-month contract. And I graduate after that year to becoming a Tech 2, which means you earn more money and you do more complex shit. It's fun. Oh yeah. Again, if I go to an interview, and if I get the interview, then I get to go train. I could fly out there, but I'm planning on driving. That's 30 hours. And I'll have to brave treacherous regions of land. The Wyoming Red Desert. The Rocky Mountains. The Great... Well, not really but the Great Plains. But my car is hardy, and it's able to withstand all that. I've took a 9-hour drive I've driven 9 hours in a day once. I drove from Bloomington to Murfreesboro and back on a full tank. That is a distance of over 400 miles. Do you understand electricity? Yeah, actually. Right. I understand. Actually, here. Give me a second. Here, I understand electricity a little bit. Energy systems technology skills and high voltage battery technician. So I have a certificate in high voltage battery technician and energy systems technology skills. Like for example, a 1 watt is a joule per second. Do you know how batteries work in the game? Because I can tell you how. when we do batteries, we do what's called kilowatt hours. But in this game, the energy is so big that you have to work in megawatt hours. 1 megawatt hour can provide a 1 megawatt load for 1 hour. So, for example, if I have a battery with 100 megawatt hours in it, and I have a 1 megawatt load, the battery will last 100 hours. Oh yeah, I mean, they did seem pretty promising. I mean, can you imagine that? 3 weeks not seeing my family. But I live in Illinois. I'm used to being lonely. And by the way, before you say, oh, don't beat yourself up. No. Like, we are literally so out. We are literally so far out that if you hear a gunshot go off, that's average Tuesday. Like, that's just average Tuesday shit. That's how far out of society we are. But it's not a bad thing. You don't have to hear a bunch of people honking. As a country dweller, I've become very spoiled to having no people honk outside my door every 5 minutes. So I want to give you a little tip of how I built this fast, if that other kid is watching. Look at the automation industry. PLCs, basically load controllers. It's a decent career as well. Oh, yeah. I have actually coded PLCs, programmable logic controllers. I'm mildly fluent in Studio 5000's ladder logic. I've actually coded PLCs with my own 2 hands. It's very cool. The fact that you could take relay, I mean, you sound like you know what you're talking about, and you should know exactly what this little dude is. I love these little guys, ice cube relays. Actually, I have a 9-volt battery somewhere. I can go trigger it. Actually, there's one. Like right under all this junk I have. Oh, there's one. I love these. I love ice cube relays. They're one of my favorite little tools, little things to mess around with. The fact that one day in our time we had to fill an entire room with those little dudes in order to build a huge complex computer. In the Navy, I used to have to replace those relays. I wouldn't be surprised if all the older Navy ships using relays. Relays are, to my knowledge, are a thing of the past. Now PLCs have. Oh, hey, look! Hey, it's stabilized. Is it stabilized? PLC's relay coils and relay or ice cube relays are currently considered too large for most applications. Now we use them from like most applications, like computing, like cabinets. They're using cabinets, but like for like computing on the computer levels of like watches, like Apple watches and PS, PlayStations, they're not used anymore. Probably use like solid state shit, but for control cabinets, they're definitely still nice to use. However, they definitely have seen replacement by the electric transistor. Yeah. The only problem, the big thing that makes transistors win over relays is that there's 0 moving parts, and I know the rule. Every moving part has the opportunity to fail, opportunity to break, presents weakness in a system. There's one rule to engineering that everybody needs to know. I mean, I don't have a degree in it, but I can say this confidently. Here's the rule you follow in engineering. Everything breaks. Wind turbines, coal plants, factories, cars, your house. It does not matter. It is going to break. It is going to fail one day. And it is up to a mechanic to fix it. Nothing will last forever. disappear all the humans on this earth, our machines would actually start failing within a matter of weeks. If you really think about it. Everything has to be maintained so much. And not just machines. Solid state drive survive. I don't know. Depends. Like, for example, I'd almost say it depends on where they lie. Like, if it's in, like, a very humid and, like, weathering environment, they may not last long, but they're from, like, a really secure area. Like, for example, like, a safe inside of a bank, inside of a basement that's watertight, it'd probably last for a couple centuries. Of course, yeah, I say it's watertight, but over time, the water would definitely try to creep itself in. But I know, like, heat will cause it to deform. Yeah, I probably would. By the way, can I just go out to say that the devs for this game are actual G's? They're Coffee Stain Studios. I absolutely love Coffee Stain. It feels like they're not like Activision, where they completely sold out and they make games for money. Like, literally, why can't people understand this? Don't sell out. Just make a good game. When I say sell out, I mean, like, they just only care about money. Like, microtransactions and all that junk. Whatever, I don't care. I think we're starting to stabilize. It's getting way too much coal. Okay, we're good. Like, I think the last game I was genuinely hyped for was Horizon Forbidden West. Because I don't know if you know, I think that's the last game I pre-ordered. Because, like, you know what? Horizon Zero Dawn did really good. Horizon Zero Dawn's it did really good. I love it. And so I pre-ordered Horizon Forbidden West, enjoyed it. Actually, I played Horizon Forbidden West a couple days ago. It was like Activision. I can't stand it. Like make a $70 game every single year. Like, I used to get caught up in the COD cycle. Like, I started playing Call of Duty in 2019 Modern Warfare, and I stopped after playing Black Ops 6. I wasn't a really hard Black Ops player. But I'm like, wait a second. You want me... It's trying to get me in a cycle. Spend $70 a year for a game. Get literally sweated on by people who probably paid for stuff that lets them do better. And then after a year is done, I haven't even finished like 100% in the game. Put out another one. No thank you. It's like, here's the thing, right? There is some mild criticism about Horizon Forbidden West, like I don't know if it's like story-wise, but I think the game plays very, very well. Here's the thing: Horizon Forbidden West came out. Yeah, they prefer cheats a lot. They don't like try to fight cheaters. Okay, you can criticize me all you want, but I play Roblox, but I'm not like the. I know there's like a lot of weird people on Roblox, but I despise those people. I don't play like the kiddie games and shit. I do play like there's this one World War I game I like to play, and I get to spam really fast, and it has like 100 people that play it, and there's people that literally fly hack and aimbot. God, it pisses me off. You want to hack on an online player is one thing, online platform is one thing, but hacking on a player predominantly played by kids, you're literally dog shit. You're straight up doo-doo if you hack. Because here's the thing, on that game I play, it's called Trench War, I'm actually genuinely very good. Check this out. I don't know how. I just absolutely I click so fast that it looks like I'm actually like hacking. because it looks like I'm auto-clicking. I have used auto-clicker, which is considered a cheat, but I usually only use it against people who hack. And if I do use it, I do it for like a minute, and I just stop. Auto-clicking's one thing. You can kill a guy with auto-clicker. That's why I'm like, if I get killed by an auto-clicker, I don't rage, because I can't complain. But I can kill auto-clickers. People who use auto-click. However, I have to draw a line at when people literally fly hack. Auto-clickers are a little bit like, they're a little bit like nuanced. Like, they could be considered cheating. I would consider them yes and no. Because yeah, you're like clicking faster than you can humanly click. But at the same time, you're not like flying. It's just clicking fast. That's really it. But at least I would never fly hack. That's one thing I don't do. At least I admit that, hey, I've used auto-click, which could be considered cheating, but I don't really use it that much anymore. I've actually gotten pretty good with spam clicking. Watch this. It doesn't, you can't see it because this thing actually does not go as fast to let me auto-click, but I can click this little button up to 25 times a second if I really am lucky. Here's what that sounds like. M1 Grand, that only shoots like 50 rounds a minute. Bam!
Oh my god!
The bullet counter. Dead.
Oh my god!
I destroyed that dude in 116 milliseconds. That is faster than most people can even react. So there was literally, physically, nothing he can do. And here's the secret to why I can click so fast. One, I do this. Look at this. This is the average controller. Right? Average controller. But if I do this, like how far that clicks in. Boom. That is how you just rip people with an M1 Grand. Which, by the way, that game is set in the 1914, which is kind of weird, considering the M1 Grand was made in 2000. Jesus Christ. It was made in 1934, and the Tommy gun was made in 1928, which is literally why it's called the M1928A2. Hey, look, it's stabilized. I think the system is completely stable. It's stable. The more you know. Interesting. But I've literally clicked so fast, it looks like I'm auto-clicking. I've gotten banned from 2 servers twice. And that, you literally see why, because it goes... That was, right there, that was a very lucky burst. I can essentially take out people in as less than like a third of a second. It's funny, because I just aim. It's really hard for me like to aim while I do it. So I find, or try to find stationary targets, or ones that move in straight lines. I just go, and it's all over, dude. But yeah, they do need to... Roblox definitely does need to get their shit together and moderate their platform. Bruh, like, they made $2 billion after expensive. They made a net $2 billion. I don't think I'm gonna get to phase 3. Let's see, it is 9:09. I'll probably be out for another 2 hours. I might go to another town, because I'm a coin collector. I might go get boxes of coins. Oh, we probably got like not that much time. The only thing I think, after I get before I get phase 3... There's people here. There's people here? How fast is this filling up? I might go, the only thing that stopped me from doing phase 3 is I need to make something that makes me the, heavy modular frames. Oh, nice. Oh, what the hell? Initiate system startup. They don't need to be out. We only need like 3 full ones. Here it goes. Can I see your recipe for heavy modular frames? I'm gonna do the one that does not require screws, cause I can't, dude. I'm so done with screws. There's ways to actually get rid of them. I've heard. Screws are super bad. I feel like I can't. I literally can't. On my factory, there are 10 belts that have screws. Everything else has like 1 or 2 belts. Screws, there's like 10 belts of them. I mean, each of them carry 400 a minute, but yeah. See that valve turns on everything in the entire building. I even played a smart card by basically the alien technology tree. I've done it. Oh my god, I can make an augmenter and I can actually generate a I can actually generate 10% of this power, which will result in about 4.1 megawatts. All your reservoirs are filling up. Well, right now, they are filling and unfilling at the exact same rate. Oh, you ready to see this? Okay, now it looks bad, but it needs to get to full power, which it is not even full power. The full power is rated at 41 megawatts, or 41 gigawatts. See what's going on? Why is it going down? That's actually okay because it's trying to fill the generators and then it spits out. It's trying to saturate, but you can actually see if you drew a line of best fit, it's going upwards. See it? It's gonna go. It's taking 2 steps forward, 1 step back. 2 steps forward, 1 step back. Yep. Grid generators. What? Facility generators. Come on. Let's see. Facility generators should be 8 gigawatts. Expansion depots. Yes. So, by the way, we have a problem in this playthrough. Look at all that fun stuff out there. Stuff that we can't get to. That's why I'm going to initiate a transportation project of Eisenhower scale. But there's a problem. You see, when you build a road, you have to go back and get materials. And you have to go build a road, come back and get materials. That's downtime. Decreases efficiency. So I'm like, man, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this. Until I got smart. And I discovered a little bit of something called Dimensional Depot Unloader. So, here's what's going to happen. I'm going to build a road out of concrete, and then I'm going to shove these dudes at the end of the concrete production facility in my factory. The concrete will be nigh instantaneously transported and teleported into my inventory. That means that I can essentially build forever, given that I do not go over the rate of uploads. Huh. You'd think that this would actually raise faster. That was my voice, correct? Maybe a couple cells are not built. Again, if I match the upload rate with the consumption rate in terms of my roads, guess what? Then I could build without even having to return to base. I think we just have to be patient here. Yeah, so it's gonna have to fill the bottom layers of every single one of these places, of every one of these machines. By the way, yeah, the chimneys on top actually match and correspond with the chimneys at the bottom. Smoke's gonna come out here because that's just a gameplay thing. Yeah, the bottom layer of all of them are all saturated. Check it. See? They're all saturated. So now it's going to try to fill up the second layer. Oh, there it is. We're starting to reach max rated power. Grab the boxes. Place the items in the box. Yeah, so why there's so many of these, like, dismantle crates, it's actually because I went around getting hard drives and I ran out of space.
Having legs seems great. Enjoy them for me, would you?
Okay. Anyway. Grid generators. It's taking a while to reach up to maximum power, but it's gonna do it. And bam! Look at that. Now now there we go. You know what I just did right there? I just took the generators, I took this facility off the battery, and I just placed it onto its own generators. And you have double the power at the same stage as us. I don't know if it's the 4% German in me doing it, but I think the 4% German in me is making me over-design shit. I'm notorious for doing it. If you were to ask my dad, does your son over-engineer shit? He would say yes. Do I need 40 gigawatts? I don't know. I don't think I do. Is it nice that I have it? Hell yeah. Right now, it is now running. Now I don't have to operate off the battery, which means that the factory is running off of its own power load. I.e., good. Huh. Wait a second. What's 34,000 plus 7? 41. The rated power output. One cell did not get turned on. I thought our output was 42,000. Cell 1, I don't even think cell 1 is on. I think our rated is like 42,000 42,000 gigawatts. Oh, yep, cell 1 was not even on. There we go. Turn that boy on. Turn that boy on. See, it's starting to kind of power up. The reason it's going to power some of these generators first is that it's going to try to saturate. Yes. Actually, wait. There's actually a catch. 6 of the cells goes to the grid, but the other one generates for the facility. Cells 1 and 3 and 5 through 7 generate for the grid, and then 4 is dedicated for the facility. Each cell generates 7 gigawatts. But there's 200. But wait, you might be wondering, what about the 4 generators that you're missing? They're right there. Yeah, I couldn't fit them and make it look nice, so I just put them right there. The old facility used to generate only 8.75 gigawatts. Now generating 34. 34,000 plus 7,000 is... It's 41. But that 41 plus 8,000 does not make sense. Maybe I was ignorant? I would have the hardest time explaining to my friends that I would... Here it is, it's trying to do it, but it's probably not going to supply it enough. Maybe. Figure what out? The chat cut off. It's really annoying, and I hate when it does that. $37. I wouldn't consider that extremely smart to figure that out. That's just common sense. Simple. I have increased the ratio of fuel I have literally tripled fuel production with water. And I did the calculations, even with the extra energy it costs to make the extra fuel. Well, the amount of fuel that I generate and the amount of power I can generate from that just instantly outdoes that. When I upgrade this to rocket fuel, I can generate 315 gigawatts. It's probably going to take a while to stabilize itself and go up to that. So there are 10 generators, I think, at the top floor. I'm probably getting 30,500. Oh, wait, I keep forgetting that the ladder is at the end. About to say, wait, what if I have too much coal and sulfur? I want to see what you do with nuclear, but it's in the futures. Honestly, I've decided, I'm like, oh, no, the nuclear's gonna poison shit. Where am I gonna put it? The area I hate going. Here, this mess shit, wait, hold on. Oh, wait, I found this. This one goes to the swamp. Yeah, I hate the swamp. Sorry, Shrek. But, The swamp sucks. Spiders, no resources, treacherous, hard to operate. Just like the very first models of M16s. Very, very bad. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do what's called build a giant causeway over it. Causeway is a bridge designed to traverse over marshes and swamplands. They're common in the southern states of America. Like the U.S., we have a lot of causeways. Like, if you are you in the UK? Oh no! Oh, you're in America. You've heard of like the Lake Pontchartrain Bridge, right? Actually, it's a causeway. It is a 24+ mile bridge. The reason they were able to do it is because the bridge, the depth of the water they are building over is literally like 10, 16 feet. The deepest feet is 50 feet. It's a very shallow. It's kind of weird. My basement is 7 foot tall, so 3 more foot, and that's how deep that is. It's not that deep of a body of water. I think I'd generate like 42 gigawatts. Oh my god. Oof. That's really good engineering that those guys did it. That was in like, what, the 50s? Never heard of it until tonight. I've never heard of it. Oh my god. Here, let me just... You know, I can literally find it without looking it up. Check this out. I need to get rid of my grid lines. Gosh. Did I put clean? Did I put everything? Alright, where's Louisiana? There it is. It's too dark, I can't see it. If you just go right over there, that is it. If you go onto it, that's Chunker right there. Yeah, so like there's points of the bridge where you can look out and see just nothing but water. It is. They're talking about possibly putting in another one. There only used to be one, and then they added two. But there's been talks about adding a third causeway. Today, I think it's like 20... I think it takes like half an hour to drive. Considering that, I think it's like 28 miles. Let's see. "24 miles. It is, again, the longest continuous bridge over water in the world. It is one of, again, the only reason we are able to do it is that the water's so shallow. So apparently they used centrifugal force to coat giant steel pipes with concrete, and they drove it into the ground. They manufactured the pieces on site. There's a episode of Modern Marvels that explains how it was built. It's really interesting. Yeah, we should have 42 gigawatts. I wonder if there's a couple generators not connected. I'm gonna show you my facility. I just need to check this because I bet you there's a couple of them that are not. Yeah. Yeah, I'll show you my factory. Oh, you're gonna go? Actually, probably be a good idea. Not like, oh, go get out of my dream, but like, if you come back tomorrow, I'll definitely have stuff. Oh, you really want to see? Okay. Okay. Just have to. Good grief, this place is a maze. Oh, damn it. No, oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, no problem. If you want to, you could even go back and, no, no problem. I could go see it. I guess I can probably get myself. Okay. Come on. Skip. And skip. And there we go. That's a lot of speed. Oh, nice. Have a nice one. Oh, are you going? Oh, yeah. Oh, sure. I'll go. Okay, I'll go. Gosh. What? This is a good way to get the steam whistle Easter egg. There it goes. There's a chance if you do the whistle, it does the steam whistle. There it goes. Got it. We finally got it. That's the facility. That's the old factory. Look how ugly it is. That's the vault, where everything goes. Oh, I was about to say I could turn it on, but I did not connect it to the grid, so everything's off. Thanks. It's modular. That's why it's all blocky. Ready to see this shit show? I just got done expanding a couple of pieces of it today. I'm trying to make it where I can, I just got done making it where it can make computers. I've been spending the past 6 weeks on that refinery that I was at. I'm very happy. I was discovering a plastic issue. The plastic was not coming in. So that's what led me to have to fix the plant. Oh yeah, this is a big boy plant. Huh. Say, why is there no plastic? Yeah, way better than my other factory. The problem is, I discovered that building a room for a set amount of rate is not that good if you can unless you can expand it, so I made it where you can expand it. So there we go. I'm not getting any plastic. Well, maybe because the plastic's not connected. My god. Why is there sulfur here? Huh. Yeah, we don't talk about auto. Why is there sulfur over here? That's weird. Oh, here it is. You're about to see it. This is only allowed to unload plastic and rubber. I can't consume all of it, and if I don't, it'll back up the facility that I visited, so it gets sunk. Wait, Kansas. You're in Kansas. Hey, if I ever go, no, I'm not gonna visit you. I'm not gonna be like a weirdo and visit you. But I might be going through Kansas. One of the cool things I've heard about. One of the cool things about Kansas is that Kansas is the it is the home for the center of the continental United States. The exact center of the USA is literally in Kansas. That's good to see that there's nothing on that train. Here's the thing, I've learned that it needs to have all the things come out. Like, it needs to have the things, I'm sorry if I speak gibberish. It needs to have two of the... It needs to have the two outputs used, because that way it can get everything out as soon as possible. This isn't pretty, but I don't care. Is the center of Lebanon? I don't know, might be. But it's there's like a little like, there's like a little spot where you can go to. I gotta look it up. Oh, or is it South Dakota? Oh, it's in South Dakota. Huh. Geographic Center of the Nation Monument. Interesting. Bell of Forte or whatever? I'm not too sure. Here it comes. Oh wait, never mind. I thought I heard a train. Oh, that's... So I saw this one dude with a really good Satisfactory map. I'm like, dude, I gotta get better at building. I gotta up my architect game. Oh, they're counting. Could be. Wait, the 48 contiguous states is near Lebanon, Kansas. Okay, yeah, you're right. I'm like, dude, I need to get better at building. So I try my best, and here it is. Huh. What about territories? Huh, I'm like, wait, what happened? Why did it load? I think the reason it loaded sulfur is because I manually unloaded the train. Thank you. It's actually very simple to, if you really think about it. Like, I was inspired by the Golden Gate Bridge, how it joins here. And look, you can even go under it. And this is only a fragment of my hopefully soon-to-be massive rail network. I have two dogs. One's an old senile German Shepherd. The other one is a German Shepherd Pit Bull. And she's like really sweet, but she likes to... Oh, that's cool. Like my Shepherd Pitbull is really sweet, but she likes to f with my big dog. Like she likes to with him and troll him by going like jumping there, and she just loves to piss him off. She's a troll. She's literally a troll. She trolls my Shepherd. It's so funny. That's why you can hear angry barking up there. And then when the Shepherd tries to, you know, like play with her, she'll literally try to bite his ankles. She's an ankle biter. She doesn't play nice. Ironically, even with the stigma of, oh, Shepherds and Pitbulls are really aggressive, she's probably one of the sweetest dogs I've ever met. Oh my gosh. And she's brindle, too. She's like, she kind of looks like a brindle German Shepherd, but the size of a pity. Okay, there's gotta be 4 generators not hooked up. I don't care. It sounds bad, but I'm gonna try and look for them. Because 7,000 megawatts plus those 4 generators makes 1,000 megawatts. So that makes 8,000 megawatts. Everything else is spent on this grid here. So 7 plus 1 gigawatt is 8, so there should be 42 remaining. Oh, nice, cool. Time zone really, bro. Wait a second. You're in Kansas. You must be operating out of oh, thank you. You must be operating off of Mountain Time Zone. I'm not wrong, that's what it's called. Then it goes to Pacific. I'm Central. I operate off Central Time Zone. That's saying, if I do go to Portland, that'd be a great idea to know, is that I'm actually going to get hours. However, I might lose a couple... Oh, you are Central. I'm going to lose hours if I go back, though. So I might have to plan 3 days to get there, 4 to get back. There's 2 time zones. Here in Illinois, if you go into Indiana, you switch time zones. So we live on the very far east of the Central Time Zone. Pretty sure it's because of railroad companies the time zones exist. Yeah. Okay, I think railroad companies, I think they were trying to develop a standard of time, and because of course the Earth is this magical thing called round, you know, right now in China or whatever, it's probably morning. They're probably just waking up, whereas Americans, we're starting to go to bed. So they have to have, of course, we have to have time zones to adjust for that. Woo! Oh, old shepherd dog. Let's see it here. Railroad companies make time zones. Yes, major railroad companies created the first U.S. time zones on November 18, 1883 to standardize chaotic, localized scheduling known as railroad time. They divided the U.S. and Canada into 4 zones, East, Central, Mountain, and Pacific, to improve safety and efficiency. Congress did not officially adopt these zones until 1918. Time zones, that's nuts. Need a way to log. This should be correct. Yeah. However, I'm a meteorological enthusiast, and one of the time units that we have is what's called Z, or I think it's called Zulu time. But Z is the time it is used for meteorology because it's like universal. It's the time I'm pretty sure Z is the time it is on the prime meridian, which strikes straight down Europe and Africa. Actually, there are some British people that live on the eastern and some on the western hemisphere. Yeah, Z. Zulu time. What's like all the generators are going? That's all. Couldn't find it. That's really weird. But, you know what? I think it's working now. There's an announcer who comes over most of the time when we travel into different areas of the world. That's really cool. Boom. Hey, are you gonna drive to... I might. It depends if I get the training. Grid generators facility. No. Battery to main grid. Battery facility. No. Facility generators to battery. Don't need that. I will. Like, here's the thing. I actually really want to go on a road trip, but here's the thing. I'm planning ahead. First of all, refuels on half tanks, ensuring that I will not get stuck out in the middle of nowhere. I found out apparently the longest stretch of highway without a gas station should be roughly 37 miles. Drive in the day. Yup. Number 2, no driving at night. My operation times will be anywhere between 6 a.m. to 5:30 6 p.m. I did some math. Like I'm overthinking this, and you're gonna hear why, right? I did my calculations because I'd be roughly traveling on North 45 or the 45th parallel. On the 45th parallel in February, the sun sets at roughly 5:50. So here's the plan: the sun rises at 6. Wake up at 6, eat my breakfast, and leave at 8. Why do I have 2 hours to leave? Because the problem is I can get nauseous. I don't know why. I don't have a history of motion sickness, but yeah. And it sounds extreme, but I've done 9 hours. I could probably do 10. First of all, get out at 8. Start driving for 5 hours. Stop at 12. Eat lunch for an hour. Go back at 1 and hit it till 6, which the sun sets at 5:30, and the sky will be completely dark at most likely 6, which will be when I stop. And then I'll probably go to bed at 9. Go to bed at 9, give me 3 hours to maybe even plug in my PlayStation and stream a little bit, and then get plenty of rest, and then rinse repeat. This would last for 3 days. However, I definitely do want to shove in an extra day, just in case there is an incident. 3. All payments will be paid in debit. This will leave a little crumb trail. Also, check out this little dude. This is a Geiger counter, and this could be useful on my trip. Oh, you going through radioactive sites? No. It's because this Geiger counter has the ability to log a position within 15-yard accuracy. That means that if you access the phone that this is being tracked to, you can see my near exact path. Huh. Now, here's what I've known about I-70. Anything that ends in a 0 or A5 is an interstate major. Actually, by the way, I think if I do this, I don't know if I'm gonna do this. It depends if I get the job or not. And here's a great thing, right? Why do I want to do this? Not like, because look, I may be 20. I want to do a road trip like this. And plus, it might be paid. I'm going swimming if I go to the hotels. I want to go to well-established hotels. I need security. Also, I'm sorry, chat, but I will not be posting my live location. I will delay it. The reason is that even though I have a pretty good fan base, I don't want somebody stalking me. So I'll definitely not be posting my live location. Yeah. That's just a bad idea. Someone could just get me, just say, hey, look, I'm gonna... Okay, we're not gonna talk about that. Exactly. Hell. Between you and me, I might start throwing out fake locations. Probably a good idea. My plan, I might also plan on jotting down major gas stations, major food areas. Another thing I've actually thought about doing, again, avoid Pepsi. I like Pepsi, but avoid it. Caffeine. Something that could lead to a sugar crash. Hell, I've even thought about bringing either one or even up to 2 5-gallon jugs of water in case I'm stranded. Also, another thing I do have in my car is a med kit, a jumper pack, and even better, ready for this? A 512 amp hour battery. If my engine fails, I can use this and connect it to up to a 400 watt solar panel. And if I'm stuck in the freezing cold, then guess what? I have what's called a super bivvy, a space blanket that can reflect up to 95% of my heat. I also have a flare gun in order to signal for help. I might need to go get... I have like 5 flares, but I probably should go get 4 and top up to 9. I would take extra fuel, but due to the incentive of people that want to steal, I don't think I will be bringing extra fuel on my vehicle. No offense, but especially not in Portland. I think honestly, I mean, my parents are a little bit scared. I mean, my mom is. My dad's like, go right ahead. Yeah, thank you, thank you. Man, yeah, this part of my facility did not even exist before today. Honestly, I need to go take my shower. I need to build, I probably only might make one manufacturer to build my modular frame, my heavy modular frames, and I think that's it. Because I don't want to expand yet. But, after I get my facility building these heavy modular frames, and guess what? I'm going to get ready to do phase 3. And I might even try to initiate the construction project for the roads of this world. I'm gonna need roads. Lots of them. So that way I can expand my reach. Alright, have a nice one. I'm gonna take a break too. BRB. I'll be back. Hopefully. Hopefully start phase 3 tonight.